Gonna take a little while. Welcome to the live.
Hello.
Welcome to the live.
Hello.
Welcome to the live.
So, how many people are joining here? Hello.
Welcome to the live. Welcome to the live. Welcome. Happy Friday to you. Welcome to the live. Welcome. Today we're talking about the hidden cost of escaping narcissistic abuse for empaths. What is the hidden cost to escaping narcissistic abuse? My name is Dr. Nana Gyesie, and I'm here with my boss.
My name is
Dabney Shiloh. Yes.
Well, you can just call me Dabney on the live stream, but lots of people are joining right now. So, all of you, thank you.
Thank you so much for joining and welcome in. Hi, Mary Green. Thank you so much. Welcome in. Thank you.
And unless the comments are nice that you want to share, or you can share, that's fine, or you can share some questioning.
Exactly. But today we're talking about the hidden cost of what you pay for leaving narcissistic abuse. What we're talking about today is the hidden cost and ultimate freedom of escaping narcissistic abuse. That's what we're talking about today. The hidden cost to escaping narcissistic abuse. The hidden cost for empaths. That's what we're talking about today. Right? You want to get some tissue? Make some.
Okay, I'll bring.
All right, hurry up. That's what we're talking about today. The hidden cost. And I'm here with my boss, Shiloh. We're talking today about the hidden cost of what it takes to escape narcissistic abuse. The hidden cost for empaths who are escaping narcissistic abuse. That's what we're going to be talking about today, right? The hidden cost. The hidden cost to escaping narcissistic abuse. Greetings, Diane. Greetings. And here I am with my boss. Do you want to introduce yourself to those who are still joining?
So, I'm going to be saying my names quite a lot. If you want to hear my full name, you just have to tell me in the comments and we can see the comments if you want to hear my full name, second name, or first name.
Beautiful. So this is what we're going to talk about today. We're talking about the hidden cost and ultimate freedom of escaping narcissistic abuse.
Thank you for greeting me.
Yes, what's her name?
Looks like your name is
Evoking Belonging. This is what we're talking about today. And for anyone who is thinking about escaping narcissistic abuse, has to escape narcissistic abuse.
Okay, so don't forget, you are always welcome to tell me in the comments if you want to hear my full name, two names, or one name.
Beautiful. So to get started, let me start. Right, we're going to start in about a minute. What we're talking today about is the hidden costs and ultimate freedom of escaping narcissistic abuse.
And thank you for all who are sending us hearts.
Oh, that's sweet. Thank you. Someone said you're beautiful. Do you see that? You're beautiful and intelligent. Say thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Whoever's saying my dad's beautiful and who
What happened? Oh, you saw the thing in your head? All right. So let's get started. Right? You see, the topic we're talking about today is one of the most profound and psychological initiations a human being can experience, which is the empath's journey of awakening after narcissistic abuse. And if you're here, it means you've either survived a relationship that nearly broke you, you lost yourself inside someone else's psychological architecture, or you woke up one day and said, this is no longer my life. What you may not know is your departure wasn't merely emotional. It was neurological, it was metaphysical, it was karmic, it was ancestral, it was spiritual. And this kind of awakening has been referenced across all kinds of disciplines. And today I will show you why the empath awakens whilst the narcissist does not. The emotional, biological, the physical, and spiritual cost, the real cost of escaping narcissistic abuse, and what this means for you and how to rebuild your identity with metaphysical and scientific precision. The biggest, how you doing? So first of all, let me get into the story. Empaths differ neurologically from non-empaths. And this is because of hyperactivation in the insula, because of mirror neurons, and because of a heightened vagal tone with the vagal nerve, which means empaths are wired for truth, not illusion. This is the opposite of the narcissist's brain, which research shows that has reduced gray matter in the anterior. Thank you, the biggest. Lower activation in empathy circuits. They feel empathy, not like you and I. And they are hyperactive in the amygdala, the fear center. So when an empath awakens, those neural networks shift from entrainment, which means absorbing the narcissist patterns, to differentiation, embracing sovereignty. This is why awakening feels so sudden, because the brain stops outsourcing reality to the narcissist. Now, I'm going to talk about the cost, the real cost of leaving a narcissistic relationship. But before we get there, it's important to know that this shift that you experience in Hermeticism is known as the lifting of the veil, piercing through illusion. You see, in Buddhism, this is known as vipassana, the ability to see clearly through illusions, vipassana. Or in Sufism or Islam, fana, which is the dissolution of the false identity. Now, before awakening, your nervous system was entrained to the narcissist's chaotic electromagnetic field. It was. But once your awareness shifts, your system no longer resonates because you are no longer entangled with the vibration of hate, which is the only way a narcissist can entangle you. So let's get into the hidden cost. What is the real hidden cost, right? Hi, Wingsley, everybody. Greetings. What is the real cost of escaping narcissistic abuse? It's so fancy and easy to call yourself an empath or a light being and do the whole namaste and all that. But very few actually acknowledge the cost that you pay. So breaking free from narcissistic abuse requires a full spectrum collapse of the false self. And these costs are real, measurable, and profound. The first is you go through an identity loss, Diane. You go through an identity loss because your identity under the narcissist becomes shaped by gaslighting, because that damages your prefrontal cortex processing. Then the shame conditioning that you experience, the shame conditioning. You lose everything to gain everything, exactly. And then these intermittent reinforcements, Kuba, that they use, which leaves you in a fawn response. So when you leave, your identity collapses because it was never truly yours. It was a survival architecture. You see, this is exactly what happens when you lose this. Many call this ego death. So one of the things you lose, one of the hidden costs of escaping narcissistic abuse is ego death. Ego death. Don't block my face, eh? Otherwise you can't see me here.
I'm not trying to.
Yes, okay, this is better, right? Ego death. Then you go through what's known as the dark night of the soul. The dark night of the soul, which leads to a dissolution of your ego and a descent into the underworld of your shadows. The second thing that costs you when you escape narcissistic abuse is you go through an emotional withdrawal, Rem. Leaving a narcissist, what's that? Let me see. What does it say? Read it out.
It says, you're black. Haha, hehe. I'm happy of my skin.
You're happy of your skin. Ooh, I love that. Yes. Let me keep going.
So that was you.
That was me. I love that you're proud of who you are and how you look and your skin color. Always be proud. You hear me? But let me keep going.
I'm gonna do
The emotional withdrawal you go through, you see, because leaving a narcissist is almost like escaping an addiction. It's like escaping an addiction. So you go through what's known as a dopamine depletion. You know, all that high feeling, it goes down. You also go through a cortisol crash because you've been under stress for so long, you crash. Then your fear center starts to act. This is why leaving a narcissist hurts more at first. And this is why a lot of people don't leave narcissists, because to leave is painful. To stay is painful. The difference is when you leave, you win yourself back eventually. And also the reason why you go through this emotional withdrawal is because your brain needs time to regulate. Your brain needs time to regulate. You see? Now, the other thing that happens is you experience a nervous system instability.
pushing me off the screen.
I'm sorry. Nervous system instability, meaning your body oscillates between sympathetic hyperarousal, anxiety, panic, fear. Oh my goodness, what's happening? Or a shutdown where you feel numb, you feel like you're collapsing, and you feel exhausted. You see, trauma bond creates a bio-behavioral loop of co-regulation with abusers. Let me say that again. The trauma bond creates a bio-behavioral loop of co-regulation with the abuser. And leaving your abuse breaks that loop. So you must rebuild your nervous system from zero. That's the other price you pay. Now, for a lot of people, the other cost of leaving a narcissistic relationship is the impact to you is social, it's financial, and it's communal. Meaning that narcissists weaponize triangulation, they weaponize character assassinations, they weaponize smear campaigns, and they weaponize isolation tactics. And when you leave, you would lose friends, you will lose family alliances, you might lose your reputation, right? You might lose your housing. You might lose some of the spiritual communities you're a part of. This is the exoteric cost, not the esoteric, the esoteric, but the exoteric cost, meaning that the world you built around the narcissist collapses. The world you built around the narcissist collapses. Then the next thing that happens is you experience spiritual disillusionment, where the narcissist becomes an anti-guru. What? What'd you say? You want to do what? Okay, so the narcissist, this is what happens. And then awakening, you realize, is not a concept, right? It's a bioenergetic, neuroelectric spiritual event. What does that mean? The heart has a magnetic field that is 5,000 times stronger than the brain's. So coherence in the heart leads to coherence in the brain.
Do our live video, but I mean, you can try.
Good. So empaths naturally generate a higher coherence, whereas narcissists generate incoherence. So during the awakening, the empath's field gains strength, and this collapses psychic enmeshment. It restores intuition, exposes manipulation, and activates your sovereignty. Now, this awakening has been talked about from the moment of breaking free, but I want to talk more about the cost you pay, okay? So the cost you pay is so tremendous. The cost you pay for escaping narcissistic abuses, you pay with your peace of mind, okay? You pay with your peace of mind. You pay with your peace of mind. That's what happens. You pay with your peace of mind. You pay with your resources. You lose resources, or there's a distortion in the resources. You might lose your reputation. You might lose your reputation. You might lose your reputation. You would have to go through a smear campaign. People you thought were loyal to you will reveal themselves not to be loyal to you anymore. You might feel like your world is shrinking. You might feel like you can't go places that you used to go before. You may be fired from a job or laid off, as they call it these days. And there's so much you lose from escaping narcissistic abuse. It's not talked about. So when you hear somebody calling themselves an empath or a light being, okay, this is somebody that has gone through tremendous pain. You don't just call yourself a light being. You don't just call yourself an empath. You have to go through this process of losing yourself to gain everything. You see, this is what happens. And the moment of breaking free is insight into the truth of existence. In Buddhism, this is known as the truth of impermanence. Impermanence, suffering, and non-self. In Hinduism, this is all about stepping out of Maya, the illusion of identity built by external forces. But if it was easy to do, everybody would have. And when an empath decides to do this, you face rejection from communities you were a part of. You face being misunderstood by people you think should understand you. That happens. You might lose cherished relationships. You might lose things you own. You might lose all of that. But the question is, are you prepared to release your attachments to things that are illusory to gain what is real? This is what happens. You see, it's not a walk in the park. And this is about weighing your heart against ma'at. Ma'at, as is talked about in ancient Egypt, it's also about resting in the natural state beyond distortion. The natural state beyond distortion. You see, this is what happens. Now, we know that narcissistic abuse functions like a spell. It functions like a spell. It starts with this kind of massive dopamine and oxytocin flooding, which opens you up to be targeted. Beautiful. Then that leads to an identity fragmentation. You're not whole. You see, you're broken up, you're suppressed, and your mind is split. Then there's a trauma bonding based on intermittent reinforcement, which trains your nervous system to be stuck in the spell, so the narcissist can extract. And when you awaken, you snap the cycle. This is why the narcissist panics, not because they love you, but because their energy source is collapsing. If I'm talking to you, type transform in the comment section. Let me know I'm talking to you. I want to know I'm talking to you.
And let me know in the comments.
We want to know we're talking to you. And we're going to take a pause to hear we're talking to you. And if I'm talking to you, Shiloh, calm down.
I want to do it.
Wait. And if we're talking to you, if we're talking to you, let us know. Let us know we're talking to you. Let us know we're talking to you. Thank you, Camilla. Thank you, Evoking Belonging. Thank you, Griggles. You see, this is what happens. We're taking up. I'm just pausing here. I just want to know I'm talking to you because we don't want to just be talking to ourselves. And in the background, we have Adenuga by Odumodu Black. Type transform. Let us know we're talking to you.
And type in the comments if you like this song.
Let us know we're talking to you. You see?
Wait.
So let me Adenuga. Now let me talk about what happens to reclaim Let me write it for you.
I got it.
Now you can copy it.
Got it.
Adenuga. Multitasking here. So I want to talk to you a little bit about how the empath reclaims themselves. What's wrong, Shiloh? Yeah, let's write it together. Adenuga. This is what happens. You see? Shiloh wants to be front and center. I understand it. The basis of this is when you begin to reclaim yourself, you are scientifically taking steps to win yourself back. And you win yourself back Yes, but we're in the middle of a live. You can do that, okay? You can do that. So first of all, you go through a nervous system restoration when you reclaim yourself. You go through a nervous system reclamation, and you begin to build safety in your body. You begin to build safety in your body. This is very crucial. And you do this by reorienting yourself to what is true. The second thing that begins to happen as you reclaim yourself is you go through a cognitive reclamation, meaning you start to focus on what is real. What was I conditioned to believe? What is my truth? What is theirs? What is mine? That restores your prefrontal clarity, your self-agency, and your sovereignty. The third is you go through an identity reconstruction. You rebuild yourself through affirmations. You rebuild yourself through visualizations. You begin to do this. You rebuild yourself through boundary reconstruction, and you rebuild yourself through ancestral extraction work. Identity becomes your own creation again. You see, this is very important. The other thing that also happens is you start to practice sovereignty. And sovereignty practices, I get it, include cord cutting. I can't tell you how important cord cutting is at an energetic level. Cord cutting is so key. It's so key. So is kind of strengthening your solar plexus. So this sovereignty practices bring you into the place of realizing that you are sovereign. You see, and then this sovereignty also starts to rebuild you in a very, very powerful way. It builds self-confidence in you, this sovereignty. And that self-confidence is what enables you to take inspired action. You see, you also, and that inspired action brings you to your purpose. Because healing is incomplete without meaning. Healing is incomplete without service. Healing is incomplete without alignment. So you begin to ask, who am I now that the spell is broken? What gifts emerge from the fire? And what am I meant to build with my new clarity? You know, I want to go back to the price the empath pays. Because, you see, to call yourself an empath or for other people to sense empathy, you would have had to escape real wickedness, the realm of the hell realm. And when you go through that hell realm of wickedness and you come out unscathed or even scathed but still intact, that is what a true empath is. And you didn't lose decades of your life. You just went through a long period of learning, as we all do. Because let me tell you this, a true empath wakes up from a lifetime of narcissistic abuse, not a few years of narcissistic abuse. That's not the real thing. An entire lifetime. An entire lifetime of narcissistic abuse is what wakes you up. You see? So you come to this point. You come to this point of awakening, and then you realize that narcissistic abuse was simply a psychological and energetic spell. And that spell was kept to extract from you your life force. That's what you lose. Your peace of mind. That's what you lose. You are in the realm of extending a generational curse. That makes you lose time. It makes you lose resources. You see, it makes you lose energy. You see, this is what happens. And you can't allow that to happen. But when you wake up from narcissistic abuse, you begin to realize that you had to go through all these things to escape. That without experiencing these things, there's no way you would have escaped. There's no way you'd have escaped. And again, I want to be clear. Narcissistic abuse lasts a lifetime. You don't wake up in 3 years or 4 years and call yourself an empath. You call yourself an empath based on a lifetime of narcissistic abuse. And the cost you pay is significant. It's a significant cost that you pay. You see? And this is the cost, as James Brown said, I pay the cost to be the boss. I got to play some James Brown. Pay the cost to be the boss. You see? Pay the cost. This is what it's about. You don't just call yourself an empath without having paid any cost. How do you do that? How do you do that? You can't do that. You got to pay the price. You pay a big price. You pay a big price. You pay a big price. You see? This is what happens. This is what happens. And if I'm talking to you, type transform in the comment section because I want to know I'm talking to you. And I know it's a little tricky multitasking here with fatherhood and doing this live, but we're in this together because she's an empath. Are you an empath? Are you chosen? Or are you upset at me so you're not talking? So this is what happens. You see, you will lose your tribe. 68. I love it. You will lose your tribe. Why? Because cutting ties with a narcissist is not socially neutral. It reconfigures entire relational structures. Did I tell you I love you today? Did I tell you? Yes or no? I love you. You see, this is consistent with the literature on group cohesion and moral injury. When the scapegoat exits, groups react defensively because the truth. How do I spell one? Adenuga? A?
No, not that.
Which word? So I've stopped just for you. What's the word? Should I keep going? So this is what happens.
It's just because I don't want you to know what I'm spelling, but you're using my pens, and I could just say that word.
What's the word?
I don't want to tell you.
Okay, then you tell me soon. The other thing you lose is the cost of deconstructing a false god. A very false god. Somebody said you're intelligent. You see that? What do you say to that?
Thanks.
There you go. You see? You deconstruct a false god. Charlie, you're blocking my face. Please don't block my face, right? You deconstruct a false god. You deconstruct a false god because that's what the narcissist was to your life. The narcissist was the savior figure. Ran, forgive. The narcissist became your soulmate. The narcissist became your destiny. The narcissist was your karmic tie. The narcissist you thought was your twin flame. Or you thought the narcissist was a divine, well, they were a divine assignment, a karmic divine assignment. Leaving requires letting go of the illusion of sacredness. You see, this is what happens. And letting them go often feels like letting go of God itself. That's the spiritual cost. Narcissistic abuse, the way it also impacts you is it blocks your chakra systems. Ren, that's why you're still stuck. If forgiveness was easy, everybody would do it. And if you really want to be free, forgive. And remember, forgiveness does not mean reconciliation. Forgiveness, this is what brought South Africa from where it was. They had to go through a truth and reconciliation process where people who did bad things in apartheid came and apologized, and then those who were victims forgave. The same thing happened in Rwanda after the genocide. I'm giving you how it works at a societal level. The same thing works at an individual level. You see, this is what it is. GJM, I don't answer such questions. I don't talk about my clients here. How can you ask me a question like this? Who are you, GJM? Right? So leaving narcissistic abuse requires reclaiming your energy, your intuition, your prana, your soul fragments. And if anybody wants to talk to me in detail, book a free session at innermileage.com. So what we're talking about is soul retrieval. This is how you break contracts. And this is how you really come back into field reintegration. Now, this process is expensive because it requires emotional pain. You have to go through the emotional pain. It requires a spiritual detox. Salt, ether. We don't give a damn about whether the narcissist is accountable or not.
That's a bad word.
You're right. I'm sorry. It's not about that. And GJM, who are you? What is this? I don't understand what is this thing? You're a troublemaker. I think you gotta go. We don't have time for that stuff. For 1 second.
Oh my God.
Shiloh, please. This is what happens, right? So let me tell you more of what you also lose. You lose the story you told yourself about love. You lose the story and the meaning you assign to suffering. You see, you lose the future you imagined and the worldview you lived through. You see, this is what happens. When these collapses happen, it happens over time. The ancestral cost to breaking generational trauma is you are not just escaping an abuser, you are escaping ancestral trauma patterns, learned relational templates, and when you leave, you break that template. You break that template. That's the cost of the weight of doing what no one before you has ever resolved. You see, so the ultimate cost is you lose who you were never meant to be. Let me say that again. The ultimate cost of escaping from narcissistic abuse is you lose who you were never meant to be. You lose the version of yourself.
GJM might be my son.
I don't know what that is. I don't know who that is, GJM, and who's coming to talk to me about this. This is some drama that has nothing to do with us. So we have boundaries.
Why do you have to say GJM is my son?
It might be his son. Don't worry about it. You see, you might lose the version of you that the trauma created. Leaving means you cannot return to who you were because that self was shaped by pain.
Okay, we don't need to talk about mother-child.
You cannot return to who you were because that self was shaped by pain. So the conclusion is your illusions, you pay with your illusions. You pay with your identity. You pay with your relationships. You pay with your safety. And you pay with your past self. So let me ask you a question. What do you do at school or with your friends in the playground when someone is rude and mean to you? What do you do about that? You can speak to the camera, not to me. It can be you or a different person. What if for all the grown-ups, if they have a child like you and the child is playing with people who are mean and nasty and not so nice, thank you, Dawn Marie. What is the advice you would give all the grown-ups here? And speak up.
Thanks. I think that I might have to bring the bully away and have a private talk.
A private talk, okay. And what if the bully doesn't want to listen to the private talk and they're narcissistic? What would you do?
So then I would have a private talk with the teacher.
With a teacher. Now, what if somebody doesn't want to play with you and they say, oh, you're not pretty, you're not intelligent? Well, how would you feel about that?
That would be fine because there's teachers who can at the Evergreen School who can help you find a person to play with.
But if somebody is rude to you, does it make you feel bad about yourself?
Yep.
Yeah? Now, if somebody is mean to you, are they mean to you because you are not good enough or is it about the other person?
It's about themselves. They're angry with themselves mostly.
They're angry with themselves mostly. What do you mean?
So first, they had no one to play with. So I guess they don't want anyone to play with.
That's why they bully other people? So narcissists are people who don't have anyone to play with.
Okay, that's fine.
Keep going.
Yay! Or another idea is like you so you could do rock, paper, scissors.
Mm-hmm.
And if I would win, I would get to tell on them. But
Okay.
if they won, that means they
But
would have...
what do you do to people who are hateful and mean? What's the advice to the world in dealing with people who are hateful and mean? What do you say to that? What do you say to that?
Um,
What do you say to people who are hateful, who want to hurt people? What advice do you have for the world to deal with hateful, mean people?
So first I would go by myself. Then I would imagine that angels would be surrounding me.
Angels will be surrounding you?
Yeah.
Oh! Angels are surrounding you! The angels are surrounding you! The angels are everywhere, aren't they? They're everywhere.
Some are dead and some are alive, so some just have their spirit.
That's it. You see? That's what it is. When you call into the angels within you, where are the angels, Shiloh? Where do they live? In your heart. Look, say to the screen, tell the people.
Okay, so if you don't know this, then I'm glad that this is your first time with it.
So how do you know that the angels are in your heart? How do you know that?
Thank you for those who are having the compliments with me. Thank you for telling me I'm intelligent, I'm beautiful, and you're beautiful, you're intelligent, you're everything.
Oh, everybody's everything, right? But how do you know that angels live in your heart?
Because if you didn't have angels in your heart, that means you wouldn't be nice.
Oh, you won't be kind. So being kind is proof that the angels are in your heart?
Because angels are, because Jesus made angels.
Oh, Jesus made angels. What
And
about
also
the Buddha?
God.
What about the Buddha?
Buddha and God first made it, then Jesus.
Buddha, God, and Jesus.
So first, I think God thought of the plan. Then the Buddha told Jesus. Then Jesus made it happen.
What? So they all work together? So if we want to be more loving and thankful and loving and
oh, thank you, thank you.
And how do we make sure that the world has no more hate?
Okay, so
what's your
thank
secret?
you for all these gifts and stuff. For like the hearts, the crown for my head.
Yes.
If there's balloons.
What's your final message? Because we're about to end. What's the final message?
Since we're about to end, you always stay loving. And oh wait, thank you, Zinger 006.
Yes, but finish your message. What's the message?
So you always have to be kind around people, even though if you don't like being nice. And then if you keep bullying, try and let other people bully you to see how it feels.
Oh. So treat people the way you want to be treated? Is that what you're saying?
Uh-huh.
Really? And who are going to be the winners in these times?
So all the good people are going to win.
Woo!
Or else I'd be hiding right now.
Oh my goodness, that is beautiful. You heard the message. You heard the message, people. You heard the message.
I'd be hiding because there's too much.
You heard the message.
I'd be hiding because there's too much bullying.
You're hiding from the bullies. Shiloh, we're about to end. We have to dance to Vinicius for the family and people who are watching, eh? One love. We're ending here with this song called Vinicius from Udumodu Black.
Ellie, please don't talk about yourself. Please don't.
Don't worry. Hey. Oliwa. Okay, I'm sorry.
Dance break for you too. And don't worry, we're gonna be from the TikTok, YouTube studio, and lots of other places too.
Hey. I love you.
Okay, so we're gonna see you soon.
Thank you so much.
Wait, I'm gonna write love on you.
You can't write that. Just talk.
I'm pretending.
Let's talk.
I'm pretending to write love.
Love. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I know today was a little chaotic because I have my big boss here with me. I just want to send you one love wherever you are.
Oh, wait, you said that. One love, beautiful people.
One love, one love, one love.
Oh.
One love.
Elisa, I love you.
Don Marie.
Zayra, I love you.
Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And over here too.
I love everyone.
We love you all. One
Okay.
love.
Okay, please don't say hate. Please don't say hate.
Okay, good call.
Please
Say one
don't
love.
say hate.
One love.
Bye-bye.
One love.
Bye.
One love.